She was violated by a Jinn. For the last 11 years, something's been living with me. It only shows up in my sleep, but it's not a dream. I used to think it was just nightmares, but no, it was a Jinn, and it refuses to leave. It all started when I was in a hostel that was rumored to be haunted. I had never believed in these things, but on my last night there, something terrifying happened. As I laid in bed, just about to fall asleep, my body froze. I couldn't move, couldn't talk, or scream. Suddenly, my bed started shaking violently. I felt an invisible force pressing down on me. The fear was paralyzing. I struggled to wake up, but every time I did, the force returned, repeating the torment until I finally blacked out from fear. The next morning, when I tried to explain to everyone what had happened, no one believed me. So I left the place thinking that maybe it was just the hostel. Maybe everything will be over when I get home. But a week after I returned home, it happened again. That night, I was asleep when I heard my mother and father knocking on my door, screaming to open it. But something felt wrong. Their voices sounded distorted. It sounded exactly like my parents, but I knew it wasn't. I could feel in my bones whatever was behind that door was not human. I was paralyzed. I couldn't move, couldn't even blink. My heart pounded as I realized that was not my parents. It was something else, pretending. The presence returned again. This time, it was different. I could feel a dark, powerful force pressed against me, trapping me in my own body. And then, it happened. I was violated in my sleep. I don't even know how to explain that. I was fully conscious, but I could not fight back. I couldn't speak, and I could not stop it. And then, it became a routine. Once a week, minimum, sometimes even more. Same thing every time. Sleep paralysis, whispers, violation, fear. I started dreading going to bed after this. One night, the Jinn whispered something in my ear. Your fiancé is a cheater, and he will never marry you. Those words sent chills down my spine. I tried to ignore them, but deep inside, I was unsettled. Days later, I found out it was true. He was, in fact, cheating on me with someone else. And then while he was in Dubai, something weird happened to him. He woke up with deep scratch marks all over his back. And his friends laughed it off, joking that it must have been a Jinn attack. But I knew that it really was. I knew that the Jinn wasn't just tormenting me. He was sending me a warning. Now I moved on, I met someone new, fell in love again, and thought maybe this chapter was closed. But it wasn't, because the Jinn never left. It still came to me in my sleep, sometimes whispering secrets, and other times violating me. And then one time, my new fiancé experienced something strange. He went to bed wearing a shirt, but the next morning he woke up shirtless with deep wounds engraved all over his back. We had no explanation, but I knew this was another warning, and despite the Jinn's warnings, I married him. I got pregnant and I thought this is it, a new life, a fresh start. But even then, the Jinn stayed. One night I woke up and saw it. A shadow standing there holding a knife. It leaned over and whispered, I will kill you. I screamed. I clung to my husband, shaking in fear, praying and hoping that it would go away. My husband's family has always been very religious. One morning, right before Fajr, something strange happened again. A Jinn woke me up, whispering into my ear, wake up, it's time to pray Fajr. This was the first time I questioned it. Was this Jinn ever evil to begin with? Then another night, my eyes were burning. It felt like they were scratched open. The pain was just too intense. And there I heard it again, whispering du'as in my ear to recite. I can't recall the whole dua, but I just remember it ending with the words, Ainul Azim. Desperate for help, I recited the dua and the pain vanished immediately. The next day, I told of this incident to my sister-in-law, and she told me that the word Ain refers to eyes in Arabic. And the thought struck me again. Did the jinn just help me? Years passed and I had a baby girl, but my marriage fell apart. My now husband was cheating on me with my best friend. And of course, the jinn whispered everything to me, tormenting me with every disgusting detail that I did not want to know. Every night, I went to bed crying. And then one night, something terrifying happened. We received a call. My best friend's brother had died in his sleep of a heart attack. 1 month later, my best friend died the exact same way. We were all in shock. 2 sudden deaths within the same family, between siblings, without any explanation. Do you think this could have been the jinn's doing? I started noticing a pattern. Anyone that I deeply hated, something terrible would happen to them. My marriage had become unbearable. I hated my husband, and eventually we ended up divorced. Time passed, I met someone new, we got married in Kuwait, and for a while everything seemed perfectly fine. The jinns seemed to stay away. But something, somewhere, started going very wrong. Even though my husband and I dearly loved each other, we would fight every single day. It was as if there was an unseen force between us creating problems. One day, we traveled to Sri Lanka. There we stayed in a resort by the forest. The moment I entered my room, I felt a dark energy. It wasn't just one jinn. There were more than 4. That night, they surrounded me, whispering things about my husband into my ear. One of them said that my husband lies after swearing on his mother. In the moment, I was so terrified, but then suddenly something bit my hand. The pain was so real, I woke up screaming. And to this day, the jinn still comes to me, sometimes whispering secrets, and sometimes violating me, taking my body as if it owns me. Sometimes it just stands and watches me, but one thing is certain, it never leaves me. Do you think the jinn was good or evil? Let me know in the comments below. Are you enjoying the stories? Are you not? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and please subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram, on TikTok. I think our new goal is going to be to get YouTube to 20,000 followers, inshallah. I really appreciate all your support. Tell me if you like my stories, if you think there could be any improvements. Comment below. Engage with the videos. I love reading your comments. And if you have stories of your own, you can email it to me on this address.